Welcome, everybody, to Monday Night Live, the time during the week, the time that you take to get your week off to a great start, talking about marketing tips, tactics, and tricks. Welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, subscribe, why don't you? And if you're returning, it's so good to see you out here. I'm Owen Video, your coach for the marketing and business of online video. And today we're going to be talking about, will live streaming actually help you grow your business? So I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment area below. We're going to talk about live video for a little bit, and then we're going to go to your questions. I'm going to look at your channels. I'm going to look at your websites. Whatever it is you guys want me to do, that's coming up towards the end. So remember, if you want to get your question to the front of the line, consider Super Chat. Let's see who we've got out there today. Trying some new things here, guys, on the live stream. So let's see who we've got. Beanie Draws, you know, he says, I'm so early because the stream was offline. I'm glad you're here, man, because normally we broadcast at 6, and tonight we're going at 7, and so, or excuse me, we're going at 5, so I'm glad you're into it. Want to say what's up to Selena Ryan and Stephanie Lou. Stephanie Lou, I have been dealing with you all day today. I've been editing up our podcast interview, and that's going on the channel this week. Turnip Tiger Games. Turnip Tiger Games is saying I'm first, but it's funny because there's kind of this competition over who can be the first to leave comments in the comment section. Hopefully, guys, the audio sounds okay to you. Ricky Garcia saying, I'm loving the new intro. Thanks, man. Been working real hard today to get this stream up and running. I'm still running at like 96%, 99% CPU on Wirecast, so who knows? You know, they keep telling me I've disconnected to the Flash server. I'm not even sure what that means. Beanie Draws saying new camera angle. Yeah, man, I've got actually my whole desk moved around. So I've got some of the monitors off to the side and over here. And then I've got the camera right here. You know, what disturbs me a little bit is how the difference in quality in different monitors. So it looks okay. As the sunlight starts to go out of my room, it you know, it kind of kills it. But yeah, we're doing some new things. Jay Byron is saying, is my name too long to log in? Not at all. Yuli Armstrong, good to see you. And Cateric Blog is saying, what's up in Jersey? Cool. Eddie Garrison is watching from Irma Torn, Atlanta. Oh, excuse me, Irma Torn, Orlando. Eddie Garrison, thoughts are with you, and I'm glad to see your updates happening all over the web. I'm going to share this video, guys, right now on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook, it's good to see you here. This is our Monday simulcast. So on Mondays, I simulcast onto Facebook and to YouTube, and soon we're going to add Twitter. We're just like working out the bugs to get that all good to go. So on Monday, we do a simulcast, and what we're talking about today is, will live video work for your business? And guys, I want you to be paying attention, because whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a channel creator and you want to develop your money off AdSense, or a small business owner, or the marketing manager of a larger business, we're going to go through some live video ideas tonight that are going to help you to understand if live video is the place for you. Okay, I'm sure you're seeing everywhere you go, there's all this talk about live video, and you're wondering, hey, is live video really good for me, you know, for our company, for my approach? And tonight we're going to be answering those questions. And if you guys have questions, remember, this show is all about you. So ask your questions in the comment section. If you feel like there's a little bit of a wait, you don't want to wait, you want to get your question up to the front of the line, consider using Super Chat on YouTube. So you can think about that. Tim Longwell is saying, what's up? Selena Ryan is commenting with YouTube in the description box. Good call for you there. There's a special treat happening over on the Facebook page. So tonight, guys, I want to draw your attention to the description box, okay? There is a lot of additional information in the description box, including a link to my chat bot. And I want to highly encourage you guys to join the chat bot, okay? Because I go live on Facebook twice a week. I'm live on YouTube twice a week, and I do other things live all across the web. And if you want to get alerts and become sort of like an insider and follow me around in the content I do in various places, sign up to the chatbot. Okay, it's a cool experience. You'll get to network with me a little bit, see some new technology, but most importantly, you'll be at the forefront of everything that we're doing. Animal Facts, logging in. Where you been, bro? It's about time. Selena's saying you're a bit late here. It's Tuesday. Yeah, you know, I tell you, it's going to go on like that. Ricky Garcia is saying, disconnected to the server, probably too many requests being made, and by probably, I mean I have no idea. Love it, man, but I love that you're willing to give me the advice that I crave. So that's super exciting. Guys, let's talk about it. Is live video a good idea for your business? And the answer to that is, well, it depends. You know, it really does depend. It depends on what your capabilities are as a business. Are you in a place where you can get live video up and onto the web in, a reasonable amount of time? Are you in a place in your business where you can allocate some resources, albeit temporarily or in the immediate, to develop a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live or a live streaming plan? Okay, is social media built into the DNA of your company? Is this something that you guys actively want to be doing? These are questions that you need to ask yourself before you get involved with live video. Now, what I'm going to do is go through some pluses and some minuses of live video and hopefully give you guys a chance to weigh it for yourself. Okay, the last thing I want to do is come up to a business, an entrepreneur like yourselves. A lot of you guys are creating videos for the web. So just to kind of throw my friends back up here. Beanie, Turnip Tiger, Eddie, Mike, Animal Facts, Creator Fundamentals. What's up, dude? You guys are building channels for the long term, and you've got to ask yourself, are you, standing to gain or to lose in the high-speed space or in the live video space? And this is what I see a lot from creators, okay, is they don't use live because their strength is in pre-recorded video. How many of you guys, let me know in the comment section, how many of you guys ever kind of like felt that before in Beanie Draws is saying it's interesting to see how businesses could implement live video. We're going to talk about some of that. I also want to talk about how you guys can be using live video as creators. So I don't want to go too far because your YouTube channel is your business and you need to be thinking about that. So let's take a look at some of the positive points to live video. Now, live video, we're typically talking about Facebook. We're talking about YouTube. We're talking about Facebook, YouTube, and we're talking about Periscope. So there's different ways to use these platforms no matter how you slice it, and you can be using these platforms to drive to your other objectives as well. Jeff Weiss is here. He's logged in on Facebook. Good to see you, Jeff. Hey, I'm going to be following up with you later. I noticed when you stream live, none of the comments show up, so the dialogue is kind of off. Yeah, we're simulcasting on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, and we've got the YouTube comment streaming, so he's commenting how on Facebook you don't necessarily see all the comments. As soon as Facebook creates a pop-out comment section like YouTube has, we'll be able to see everybody's comments. So thank you, Jeff, for commenting on that. So let's take a look at some high points with live video. Number one is live video on Facebook is ideal for ranking video. Okay, now what ranking video means is that somebody types in a search engine query into the search bar, right? Whether it's like, hey guys, I'm strubbing, I'm loving on the strubbing, seeing a lot of hearts and likes coming in on Facebook, so thank you for that. Good to see you. In what we're talking about here, I'm getting kind of thrown off by the comments. Michael is saying, is Periscope still around? No, I've got to finish my notes, guys. I've got to stay true to my notes. Let me just go check the YouTube feed, make sure that everything's kind of playing there. We're looking good tonight, guys. 98% CPU. All right, so someone types a search query into the search engine box, whether it's best family vlogs, whether it's Halloween store review, Jeff Weiss talking to you, or whether it's plumber in Cincinnati. You want your videos to rank, to appear in the top 5 search engine results, okay? Now, 10 is a good second place, the top 10 search engine results. And page 2 or 3 is a good indication that you could be there at some time. So don't be, downplaying the fact if you're on page 2 or page 3. You're on your way up, okay? The other part, about that is live video very quickly ranks your video. Why? Because YouTube wants to help you promote it. So I've got, a situation where I went into a client meeting, and right when I got there, I said, hey, before we do anything, I want to set up a live video called Best Insurance Company in Carlsbad. So I set up a live video called Best Insurance Company in Carlsbad. By the time the meeting was over, that live video ranked on the first page of YouTube. So as a business, you can be creating live video snippets, just as I've done here, where you're either doing Q&A with your audience, or you can just be live going through a tip or a trick, some way to use your product or demonstrate your product a little bit better, to rank that video on the search engine pages. For those of you guys growing channels, you could be uploading your pre-recorded videos live using any third-party free Wirecast, free OBS, okay, and getting those videos to rank. You could also be doing your own behind the scenes, your own subscriber Q&As. Look, just because Nick Nimmin can get 200 people on a live stream doesn't mean you shouldn't be live streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be thinking, oh, well, Nick's going to get a ton of people, or Owen gets tons of people on his live stream, so I don't want to be embarrassed. Guys, if you can get 5 or 6 people on your live stream and get great feedback from them, that's a great way to go. So live video ranks really carefully. Live video on Facebook is great for repurposing around the web. So if you're going to learn how to go live, Facebook Live is a great place to do it. Here's what you're going to get on Facebook Live. You're not going to get a ton of like amazing interaction or like long-term play. The video is going to be dead within a week. I promise you. Unless you go viral, it's going to be dead within a week. Mike is saying, did you say 98% CPU? Yeah, dude, that's what I'm running at right now. I'm at 90% CPU now. Eddie Garrison is saying, yes, this is live. The Endeavor family. Nick is awesome. Nick's a great friend of the channel, great friend of the company, and we just love everything he's doing. So that was live on YouTube. Live on Facebook's not going to give you any long-term play. Okay, I'm live on Facebook constantly. We get anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500 views per week on our shows. But after that 7-day mark, it flatlines. Live video on YouTube is a great resource if you want to be doing live streams. Let's say answer your top 10 questions. So let's say you've got 10 questions ready on a legal pad, right? And you're just going to go live and you're going to go through these questions. Facebook Live is a great place to do that. When you're done with your live stream, you can download that video and then cut out little snippets and re-upload to your YouTube channel. You can re-upload that video to as a square meme video on Instagram, and you can upload your video. I'm reading the comments again. And you can upload your videos to other places around the web. You can even re-upload them back to Facebook as square videos. But now you've got a 1-minute clip of your larger 10-minute video. So another great way that you can be using live video. Okay, another great resource for live video is direct interaction with your client base. If you guys have clients or a list or subscribers, live video is a great way to gauge your ability to interact with them directly. Couple different things that we mean by this. First of all, when you go live, Mike, I'm seeing your comments. We're definitely going to get into that. When you go live, right, from your let's just say your Facebook channel, okay, your Facebook business page, maybe your profile, you're in a place to now gauge, right, how well you can bring on new viewers or how well people will respond to you going live. And through this, you can start testing your titles. So in other words, you go live on Facebook, you notice you get 6 viewers, right? On average, you got like 6 viewers watching your video at a time. Then you try a different title strategy and you find that you get 8 viewers. Well, that could be because your title was more impactful, or it could be because people are getting used to you going live. So you go live again, and repeat a title strategy. Did you get 8 or back to the 6? Going live helps you to figure out how responsive your audience is. And by getting that responsiveness from your clients, you can start to build. You can build out a show. You can build out business objectives. You can build a retargeting list. You can start gauging how much it costs to get a lead and some other things like that. So being able to use this to directly interact with your audience is very valuable. What else? Content extraction, okay? Getting content from your audience. So you've got people that are logged in. Now, Beanie Draws, I'm going to take this to you, okay? Because Beanie's a good friend of the channel. We follow each other just about everywhere. We're on Instagram together, Facebook together. So I'm going to use you as an example. Let's say, Beanie, that you were to go live once a week for an hour and just ask people what they like to draw. Let's say that you only get 3 or 4 or 5 people that log in, and it's kind of a low impact live stream. But that video ranks long term, right, for favorite things to draw or drawing projects for kids. And all the while, you have people commenting on that video of the things they would like to learn how to draw. What you've done here is created an endless sort of flow of new content ideas that are guaranteed to get people to get views. So using that approach of live video to get interaction, to do Q&A. Here's another thing. If you're a business owner, if you got a small retail company, one of my good friends and clients owns a karate dojo, and he's constantly talking about focus and self-control and these ideas that go along with martial arts instruction, but it's not why people sign up. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's not why people sign up. So we want to use live to ask them what they want to see. What do you guys want to see on live video? And then they tell us, and we make videos and blogs and other content like it. Okay, so getting great feedback from our audience. Seeing some great conversations happening. Mike Pallas is saying, I run at less than 50% with 4 live streams. Are you, Mike, are you streaming out to a broadcaster? What are you using OBS? I'd love to know more about your system. Crystal Horton is saying, great ideas, Owen. Hey, great to see you, Crystal, and happy anniversary. See, this is what I'm saying, guys. Like, I know who's got anniversaries, right? Because that's how we roll. What do you guys think of my little red subscribe button down here? You guys see it? I put this little red subscribe button down here, and when I take it off, let me just show you this. If I take it off, right, then if you're watching this on YouTube, then the regular subscribe button will pop up. So it was a little experiment tonight to see how adding that little red box would look with the in-video programming subscribe box that's automatically there. So we're always testing things out on this simulcast, guys. Something you should know is that every week something new is happening, and I really appreciate you guys being there with me. A lot of you guys have been there with me for a long time, and you've seen this show sort of grow and evolve. So we're happy to have you here. Let's talk about creating loyalty. Okay, when you go live on a given platform, whether it's Periscope, YouTube, or Facebook, on a regular basis, you begin to develop loyalty. And through that loyalty, you will sell more of your product. How many of you guys, let me know in the comment section below with like a clap emoji or an Air 5 emoji, how many of you guys would like to create more audience involvement? You want more comments, more likes. I'll give you guys a second to... Bill Calhoun is saying, how did you do that for the Facebook Live, the subscribe button? Well, I've created an overlay frame, Bill Calhoun, using Wirecast. Now, you don't need Wirecast. You could do this in OBS, and I might even recommend that you do it in OBS. After having invested in Wirecast, I'm sort of seeing the value in having a free software. Wirecast is very heavy. I'm at 96% CPU. And Mike Pallas, we're gonna work on that. And big shout out to David Foster, who's also been helping me go through that. Richard Cox, appreciate your question. We're going to get to that. So as you guys are answering those questions, and I see the claps and the smiley faces coming in. A lot of you're the best, Owen. Love seeing that. Neil Fernandez, Bill Calhoun. Love seeing it, guys. Yeah, you want to create more audience engagement. You want your audience like really committed to what you're doing. And to do that, you have to become a part of their rhythm. You have to become a part of their rhythm, okay? Now, what that means is you become a part of their ongoing weekly habits on the internet, right? When they're live or when they're on the internet, you're live on the internet. Now, you obviously can't be there at all times for all people. So what we recommend is that you go live at the same time every single week for 90 straight days. 90 days, guys. Your audience won't even recognize. They're not even going to like realize that you're, going live consistently. It's going to take them a little bit of time, and it's going to take you telling them, hey, we're live every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Hey, we're live every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific, right? Put that in their heads. Create this loyalty, and your audience starts to look at you and they say, when I say audience, I mean the people on your list, your customer base, right? The people that are following you on social media. They start to go, this is cool. They start to go, hey, if I have questions about martial arts, if I have questions about legal matters, if I have questions about how to invest, I know that Scott, that Jim, that Bill, that Sarah, that Louise, right, will be on the web Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, and I can go ask my questions there. Think of how valuable that is. Pat Ogidi, great question, and we'll come back to that. Thank you guys for your questions. Remember, ask your questions in the comment section, whether on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm going to be going through all those. Got a couple more things I want to cover, and we're going to go back to your questions. So thank you guys for joining me on Monday Night Live. This is our simulcast onto Facebook and onto YouTube. Every simulcast we do on Mondays, guys, we're trying something new. We're trying something a little bit different. This week we tried this subscribe bumper, or the subscribe button you see down here, but I also put together a playlist. That was the intro in the beginning. That was all brand new technology, so we hope you guys enjoyed that. Okay, let's talk about direct response, direct sales. Now, for those of you guys that are watching this on the replay, you're in business, you're an entrepreneur, you're selling stuff. This is a huge play for you. It's a huge play. And especially if you're a salesman, whether you're independent or you work at an organization, using live video to directly engage your primary buyers is one of the smartest things you can do. This is how I built my business, okay? I would create content, like weekly content, for YouTube. I was producing blogs. I was sharing them on Facebook, that sort of thing. And I would develop a list. As I start developing my list, I want to engage that list and find out who's going to buy. And that's when I would do live webinars, or I would do like a 3-part launch, right? The launch formula, if you guys are familiar with that. Creator Dan, I'm using Wirecast. And if you guys got questions out there, be sure to ask them. Hey, Bill Calhoun, would you mind sharing this in the Everything Online video group? That's my group. I use a software that's supposed to automatically share, and it's not automatically sharing. So I'm going to ask Bill if he'll do that for me. Direct response marketing with live webinars and live training. You know who's great at this, guys, is Jack Kozakowski. Jack Kosakowski. Kosakowski. Look him up on Facebook and just follow him, or Twitter, and follow him around the web, because he does great live training and sales types videos, and it's a model that I would recommend you follow. So you're doing this content, you're getting people used to what you do. The next step is to just give them a sales pitch. So for the Karate Dojo, what I would say is I would say get everybody on a webinar. It might seem non-traditional, right? It might seem like something not a lot of karate studios do, and that might be the reason why you get 5 extra sales out of it, right? The same is true for a certified financial planner, a tax professional. If you're a tax professional, okay, you could be doing live videos every Monday night at the same time with live tax advice. You do that for 90 days. After 90 days of building up your following, you do a straight up, 5 ways to save money on your taxes. And at the end of that video, you pitch your products and services. They link out to a purchase page. where they can buy it from you. Now, obviously, you got to set some of that stuff up, but even if you have a PayPal account or using PaySimple, which is a great third-party program, you can take payments right there in 48 hours. Creator Fundamentals is saying, click the thumbs up, everybody. Hey, Dan Courier. I love it, man. Dan's in both streams. Click the thumbs up button, guys. Ask me questions. I'm here for you. My consulting rate is $4.95 an hour, and get this, I have about 14 people paying me that right now for my consulting services. These are business owners, and if you're out there watching and you're wondering, Owen, can you consult with me? The answer is absolutely yes. Visit my website, thevideospot.net. Okay, but you guys, you've got me here every Monday night for a live training. Ask your questions, and we will get to them. Okay, or they'll become a future video. All right, so last thing is that I want to talk about with relationship to live video is to grow your skill sets. You will become a better video online speaking expert if you do live video. All that I'm doing here today, guys, did not come at no cost. You know what I mean? I've had to learn. I'm looking at my viewfinder here. Okay, I've got my comments here. And notice how I set my comments up so that when I look at the comments, it looks on the screen like I'm looking at your comments. I've got another monitor over here. Every monitor is showing my face in the background in like a slightly different shade of blue. It's purple over here. It's kind of like violet over here, and it's nice and blue right over here. You know, my point is why doesn't it show up here as over there? What do you do when the camera dies? Which microphone do you use? There is no doubt that live streaming comes with it a learning curve. And obviously, you could start with just your mobile phone, and that's how I started, guys. I started doing this stuff. When Facebook Live came out, I just set this up. Thank you, Beanie Draws. Poof! I just set this up on my tripod in my living room with my television behind me. Okay? And then with the television behind me, I would go through these. Eddie is saying, this isn't your first live stream? I would have the television sort of have my logo in the background. Okay, so I learned how to do this, and now I've got a neat little setup, and it's running almost like clockwork. Live makes you better prepared for the internet marketing world. You're going to be doing more and more video content. I shoot all of my videos, guys, using this same system that you see here. I'm using this camera. I'm using Wirecast. But instead of broadcasting, I'm actually recording it into my hard drive and then using the clips for later. I do my screen shares here, and I have OBS, and I have Camtasia, and I have all these other tools as well. But live streaming, that whole setup has helped me to streamline all my efforts. It's helped me to develop format for when I'm live on stage. And yes, I'm live on stage all the time. Just last weekend, I was in Seattle. How many of you guys have been to Seattle, by the way? Oh, amazing town. I was in Seattle speaking at the Amazon Merch Conference, the first conference of its kind, right there where in the same city as Amazon's headquarters. And they announced their new headquarters that same weekend that I was there. So it was very exciting to be there. Next week, this week, I'm going to be in Virginia speaking to the National Speakers Association. Then after that, a marriage conference. My wife and I do marriage stuff on the side. So my point is I speak a lot, and I'm speaking more this year than ever before. And live video has helped me to create formats, helped me to deliver my pitch, helped me to create, be succinct, helped me to understand where the joke is. Right? Where you recognize where you've kind of, you nailed the joke, now back off a little bit, right? And give your audience time to adjust. So those are the ideas I want you guys to think about. Is live streaming right for you? Think about some of those highlights. Do you want to rank video? Do you want to develop audience? Do you want to create a loyal following of people around the web? Then live streaming may be a good option for you, and you're going to want to stay in touch on the channel for this week because the next 4 videos we have coming out are all about mastering live streaming, becoming more proficient there. Okay, some of the downsides to live streaming is, as I mentioned, it takes a while. There's a learning curve. Things can go wrong. You guys have been on this channel before. You've seen things go wrong. Bill Calhoun, great question, and thank you for sharing. We're going to come back to these questions in about 5 seconds. It takes some time. I got to grab my notes here, guys. Sorry. It takes some time, and things can go wrong. Your Wi-Fi can go out. Your fan can blow over. The sun can go out as it's going out now and making this room darker. So, as those things happen, you're going to have to adjust. And you're going to have to keep moving, and that's what entrepreneurialism is. An entrepreneur is somebody who jumps off the cliff and builds a parachute on the way down. If you want to shout out, tell me who made that quote famous. And I'm talking famous. It's probably been said for years, but who recently brought that into the public light? An entrepreneur is somebody who jumps off a cliff and builds a parachute on the way down. Have you guys enjoyed this stream tonight? Let me hear from you. We're going to transition over to your questions, okay? And I'm going to go through the comment section right now. I'm going to start with Bill Calhoun because Bill Calhoun is a loyal friend and follower, and he's actually living it out, guys. Bill Calhoun is live streaming constantly on Facebook and upping his game, so it's good to see you here, Bill. And let's go ahead and answer your question. Bill is asking, what are your thoughts on best live stream times when trying to reach West Coast, USA, and Asia viewers? Should I just pick one? Yes, you need to just pick one. No, now for me, like I'm streaming at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard, so it's 8 o'clock East Coast time. My clients are typically more entrepreneurial, meaning they own their jobs, right? They either own the business where they work at, or they're independently employed and have a lot of control over when they work and where they work. Now, that being said, you know, most of my clients either have jobs or they're unavailable during the day. So we stream at 5 o'clock to catch them on their ride home. We also realize it's 8 o'clock on the East Coast, and so we know that they're home, possibly putting kids to bed still, but maybe can catch, 8:15, come on and catch the live stream. So that's our strategy there, Bill. And I would recommend that you have a strategy as well that says, okay, well, I'm going to try to reach the West Coast, and I'm going to, do this. I'm going to go live at this time for this many days. Maybe not 90, maybe just a month, and then you're going to go live at other times as well. You're going to say, I'm going to go live at 8 a.m. in the morning to hopefully catch some of that Asia crowd, closer to their 8 o'clock at night. You can try those things as well. The point is that there's not going to be a solid answer. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to see which gives you the best results. And then you're going to have to take a leap of faith. All right. My wife and I have a marriage podcast, ThrivingSexyMarriage.com. And what we do is we were going live like 3 o'clock on a Friday. Didn't work. The first time we went live, we had 20 people on. Second time we went live, we had like 8, right? Because the first time it was new, was this exciting thing. After that, it's Owen and Teresa again. Our viewership kept dwindling from there. Now we're doing Fridays at 9:30. Okay, and we're seeing the same viewership, more engagement. So we're going to go with that. We're going to change our time. Carolina saying, I just ate dinner at 6 p.m. here. Good for you. It's almost 5:30 here. I'm going to go through the YouTube area here and look at your questions. I'm going to start from the top down, guys. Jay Byron is saying, is my YouTube name too long? Jay Byron, digital marketing, Google, and YouTube SEO. Yeah, it's too long. I think that your name is that would be good on LinkedIn. On YouTube, I think short and sweet is the name of the game. Beanie Draws, Creator Fundamentals. These are Owen Video, Eddie Garrison, Longwell Art, very short and to the point names. Jay Byron, digital marketing, Google, and SEO. You appear as a business person, and that's a good thing. I like your style. But if you want people logging in and checking you, and again, I'm assuming that you don't have a channel that's the size of my channel, so I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just, if you got 100,000 subscribers, and what the hell do I, what am I talking about? I'm just talking here. My thoughts are, if you're a smaller channel, okay, smaller than me, then you're going to want to create more engagement, and you might create that by just being Jay Byron. And then letting people come to your channel to find out what it is that you're all about. Beanie Draws is saying, live video will help your business as long as you don't do a PewDiePie. Yeah, he's talking about the PewDiePie racial slur that goes out there. Man, I'll tell you, that guy is quick to get himself in trouble, is he not? Ricky Garcia's got a great channel, by the way. In terms of like a business channel where you'll learn stuff, Ricky Garcia's good stuff. Live streaming 1 to 2 times a week, and they're great, quick production videos. Yes, live stream helps you. Turnip Tiger is saying, I have no clue why I'm on the stream right now. I don't have a business. First of all, Turnip Tiger is a good friend of the channel. So, of course, he's logging in because he loves my content. But the reason that your channel is a business, guys, this is Daryl Eves said it, and you know what? He said it with a lot of ferocity in our last interview. And if you go to Vid Summit this year, you're going to see more of that from him. Your channel is your business. There's a lot of talk from YouTubers. Oh, it's just a hobby. Oh, it's just a nonprofit. I get that. You're only saying that because you're not making money, right? Like real money. You're making trickle money. When you start making $300 a month or $200 a month, and you're actually paying down bills with your AdSense money, all of a sudden YouTube's going to become a little bit more significant. And do you want to wait until then to start taking it more seriously, or do you want to start that process now? We got into a conversation with a girl in one of the Facebook groups who was talking about, it's not all about money. It's not all about money. My channel is just, for the good of my heart. Well, I call BS. And here's why. Your heart may be into the altruism of it. I don't want to take that away from you. However, the only reason you're able to do it is because your financial needs are met somewhere else, either through a husband or through a full-time job. That financial money provides you the ability to do this hobby. So it is all about business, and it is all about the money you earn because you got to live somehow. And if you can make YouTube the thing that puts bread on your table, isn't that a place where you want to be as a streamer, as a gamer, as a makeup channel, as a martial arts company, as a dentist, okay? I would say yes, and I'd say anybody who else doesn't say that is lying to you. Ricky Garcia, just $5 in the super chat. Thank you, brother. Mike Palace is saying, I use Wirecast, and I can do 5 site casting at once. It's nice when you get it set up. Hint, your CPU and your RAM runs a marathon. Okay, I would love to know more about that, Mike. So let's get a conversation going in the Facebook group, Everything Online Video. And I'll tell you, if you can be helpful here, we'll do a collab, and we'll tell everybody about what you know how to do. Animal Facts is saying, been catching the replays. You better not replay me, brother. Guys, I'm going to be featuring Animal Facts on the channel for some great stuff he's been doing in growing his channel. Really. Some great stuff. He's over 1,000 views in 24 hours, less than 3,000 subscribers. He's doing something right. Eddie Garrison is saying, I love live video for my social media management business. I have signed new customers directly from live videos. Eddie Garrison, you're working hard. You're making it happen. The Endeavoring Family is saying we have a little under 300 subs, and we'll start live streaming when we hit 300. I love that goal. I love that it's realistic, right? Because I would be very disappointed to hear you say, oh, we'll start live streaming when we have 1,000 customers. You know what I mean? You want to get started, and you want to get started as soon as you can. Michael Pendleton is saying, is Periscope still around? Yes, sir, it is. Periscope is still around, and there's a thriving, active population there. Now, it may not be for everybody. I find it to be very feminine. I find it to be very, Earth, Wind, and Fire type driven. That might just be my network, right? I feel it's very crunchy granola, type of thing. And that's just not my scene. It's my wife's scene, but it's not my scene. So I don't use Periscope. Periscope is also 100% mobile. So there's sort of like this agreement on Periscope that we're not going to go too far with it. Mike Hambright is, meaning it's all about content on Periscope, and that's something you guys should be paying attention to. Mike Hambright is asking, Owen, what tool are you using to broadcast? I am using Wirecast, and I'm multi-streaming using my Panasonic HDM TMC90. It's like a Canon Vixia, but it's Panasonic's version. I have a much bigger camera I could be streaming with, but I couldn't dial in the white balance. It's a little bit more complicated and technical. Oh, I'm getting some frowny faces on Facebook. I must have made someone mad. Guys, if you're enjoying this live stream right now, give me some thumbs up. Give me that mad face. It sort of set me off. Re-energize me. I know you can. Zach Marchand is saying, I think Facebook is no longer giving Facebook Live love as much as it did. Do you agree? I absolutely agree. Here's what he means by that. When you go live on Facebook, Facebook will get it out into the newsfeed. They promote it. Why? Because they know that live video brings people in. It keeps them watching Facebook. And when they're watching Facebook, they're not somewhere else clicking on links and watching advertisement. Amen? So when you do live, I used to get like a 50% view through ratio. Here's what that means. It means that if 1,000 people saw the video in their newsfeed, 500 would become views, which means they stayed on it for 3 seconds or more. 500, that's a 50% view through rate. Slowly, that became 40%, and we've been sort of like at 40% for the longest time. The last week, we had some great live streams. Our live stream with Daryl Eves hit 2.3 thousand people in the first week. However, our view-through rate was down to 30%. So, yes, it's changing. I don't know why. It might be the availability of more content. But Facebook Live certainly seems to be pulling back the love, and I don't know why. Maybe it could be with my audiences. Maybe I could be targeting. I'm not boosting it, by the way, guys. But maybe there's something I could be adding, like tags. I don't add tags to my videos. That could help it get into a bigger audience, or the right audience, and I'd increase my view-through rate. Zach is saying Josh and I, are you guys partnered now? Josh is a good guy. We just bought the new the Slingcast. You know, Slingcast, guys, is a great tool for, like, streaming. Is it from, like, remote cameras and remote desktops and things like this? Like, you could be pulling in all sorts of sources. They make a cable box that I think you'll really love. Cable boxes are pretty cool. Definitely some cool things to look at. Slingcast. So that's cool. Bill Calhoun is asking, I notice you rock it. Thank you, Bill. Multiple times a week, your kids' karate tournaments, gas station stops, grocery stores, marriage channel. It's awesome. What's the best way to segment that? Or how important is it to dedicate to certain pages, or do we just roll with it anytime, anywhere? Great question, Bill Calhoun. I want to give it up to Bill Calhoun, who's asking some great questions here tonight. So he's asking, like, oh, and you're doing all this content. You're doing your Christian channel. You're doing your marriage channel. You're doing your live streaming channel, your business channel. How do I know when to use what pages when and whoever and there? So segmenting that, Bill Calhoun, comes down to your business objectives. So the reason we started the marriage channel and the Christian podcast is because I had things I wanted to say that were not appropriate for my business channel. Okay, we just did a meme today on the DACA controversy, and I'm not going to even go into it here. But I did a video called My Response to the DACA Controversy. It's from a Christian perspective. And we're doing very well. 1.6 thousand views as of like 2 hours ago. We launched it at 9 a.m. A lot of comments, 18 shares. It's doing very well. It would be inappropriate. But I also, I'm getting some negative feedback to it. I'm getting like arguments and conversations going on. That was the point of the piece. But I couldn't do it from my personal page, right? It doesn't make sense. So I created a second page where I could do some of that stuff. That's what I would suggest for you, Bill Calhoun, is that you've got to find out what your brand is. Now, Bill Calhoun, what do you do? And then do that from your private channel and from your business channel. Then what are your side projects? Right now, a big one, guys, is like health and fitness and like spiritual development, okay? A lot of times we see sort of like yoga instructors go like kind of like they got a foot in both of those camps. My advice to you is, if you're in that position, is to keep it focused on health and fitness and then start a separate spirituality channel. And I did that in my own career. Because you're going to turn off somebody that wants better abs but isn't interested in your faith system or even hearing about it. And believe me, I'm a Christian. People don't want to hear about Jesus. In fact, I walked into an elevator. Here's a funny story. I walked into an elevator. I was with Michael Stelzner and Jeremy Vest. and we were at CVX Live. And so we're getting into CVX, and we're going to the influencer party. All the big influencers are there. Some of them are on this elevator. We get crammed into an elevator. And so I walk into the elevator. The door's shut behind me, and I don't turn around. You know, you're supposed to turn around and, like, face the doors. Well, I don't turn around. I look at everybody in the elevator, and I go, now that I have you for a few minutes, I'd like to tell you about Jesus. And just roared with laughter. Everyone roared because they knew I wasn't being serious, and it's kind of one of those awkward moments. So my point is this, is that people don't want to hear about your awkward pet hobby, right, in your business. Focus on your business and then make side channels on things that aren't directly related to your business. If you're in fitness and business coaching, separate those things. It's two different things, right? But I understand how kind of a fitness coach can kind of be a life coach sometimes because eating is a big part of what we do. I know it's the case for me. Eating is a big part of my energy, my mentality, how I feel for the day. And so food is very important. I hope that answered your question, Bill Calhoun. Yeah, Zach is saying grind like Owen. I love it. Turnip Tiger is saying, I think live streaming could really help me. If I make a live stream on a game that has just been released, maybe new people will find me. Exactly. And your live stream will last longer. Or excuse me, because it will rank. So it'll actually be somewhere that will generate, stuff for you. Generate good results, good metrics for you. Okay, so that's a good question. Hey, if you guys are watching on YouTube right now, if you're watching on Facebook and you're enjoying this broadcast, would you do me a favor? Click share and share this video right now. If you're watching on YouTube, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, and just get it out there. If you're watching on Facebook, put it on your timelines. Let your friends know. It would help me grow the show and get the word out. I appreciate that. Looks like we got another question here. I'm going back to YouTube. Oh, yeah, Ricky Garcia, that was all you. I didn't see the question attached to it. Sorry about that. Okay, so Ricky Garcia, who has laid it down with the $5 super chat, is asking, I have 1,600 subs, live streaming weekly for 2 months. How long do you think it will take me to get a good following? I'm getting about 8 views per week. Love, love, love that transparency. And if you guys got a question that you really want answered, throw down some super chat. Hey, I got kids to feed. I got to pay for this coffee. Man, think I get this stuff for free? Those sponsorships don't roll in like Tim Schmoyer's, baby. You know? Do you think Tim pays for anything in his house? Or is like everything sponsored? Like the Truman Show. Like we got this couch from a sponsor. I don't think it's quite like that. But how many of you guys know Tim? Do you guys know Tim? He's a good guy. All right, so first thing, Ricky, is what is a good audience for you? You got to set a goal, and that goal should be reasonable. Okay, I'm going to help you. I'm going to lay it out for you right now. Your goal should be to get 20 live viewers at a time, and then your next goal should be 50. Okay, then after that, your goal should be 100. Okay, so you've got to set these milestone goals. Instead of saying something like how long to get a good following, you have to like create the good following. So you say, okay, well, I want 20 live viewers, right? And now you're gonna do everything you can do to go after those live viewers. Not only do you want to be live streaming weekly for 2 months, you want to be investing a whole nother day per week in just promoting that live stream. So if you're live on Mondays, I would spend Thursdays, an hour on Thursdays, promoting it. Set up Facebook events. I've done all this stuff. Set up Facebook events. And let people know you're live on YouTube because people can subscribe to the events and then you can post the live link down there. Do it on Twitter. Invite your friends that need the training. Right? Not all your friends, but all your friends that you think would be good at, hey, Jim, cousin, my cousin, whatever, Aunt Floyd, I noticed you were building a website. I'm talking a little bit about SEO. Thought you might want to join me for this. Get some of your immediate network involved. Start using chatbots. Have friends email their list. Guys, it's a huge strategy. And Ricky, for someone like you, go find 10 people with email lists, 200, 300 people on them. Even if they have more, 5,000, your local business owner friends. and say, hey, would you do an email for me? And just invite your people to my live stream. Okay? You've got to spend 1 day per week promoting the Tuesday event. It's a delicate balance. Right now, we've created it all together. So if you're watching this on Facebook right now, type YouTube in the comment section below, and you'll get an auto response. You'll be able to stay in touch with us. It's very easy to create your following after you start promoting it, because you'll see how you can sort of blend some of these things together, right? So first, I want you to set a goal for 20 people. And then I want you to start executing little strategies every week, something new, right? This week, we're going to do a Facebook event. And I'm going to share it. I'm going to invite people. And then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, all that time, I'm going to be promoting my live event on Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, you go live. Gauge your results. Did you get more? Did you get less? Did you get more comments? Sometimes, guys, you might get less viewers, but better engagement, more shares. Here's another part, Ricky. Are you asking people to share, and are you incentivizing this share? This is a big thing. On our live show, every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. PST, we invite our users to share the video on their timeline now, and they might get a shout out on the show. Okay? Do that. Incentivize your listeners, and then they'll share the show. We get like 25 shares a week from that, and that helps us to grow. Last week, we got 58 live viewers at a time. That's a record for us. Now, you could be talking to AT&T and they're going to go 50 live viewers. That's atrocious, you know. Depends on your size. For us, that's great. Social Media Examiner has about 72 live viewers on their show. And I consider myself in that same sort of niche, right? So we almost got as much as them. Don't overburden yourself with unrealistic expectations. Instead, set a reasonable goal. Find what other live streamers are doing, how big their shows are, and start engaging with those shows. Leave comments. Share them. Invite those people. Here's another great tactic. Invite people onto your show. They'll share it, get into their audience. Mike Powlis, $2 super chat. One to fill up the coffee. Well, almost enough to fill up the coffee. But we appreciate the effort, Mike Powlis, and that's why we appreciate you. The Endeavoring family is saying, hey, Owen Video, the Twitter link on your main channel is coming up empty. Do you have a Twitter? Yes, I do. I am Owen Video, at Owen Video on Twitter. And I am going to, looks like I'm just like, I have no CPU at this time. So I will change that link. Eat, Trade, Travel is saying, when my stock hits, we'll buy you a couple of days at Disneyland Grand Hotel. Can we get a notary up in here? We can validate that. Thank you, Eat, Trade, Travel. It's good to see you here. I appreciate your loyalty and your always checking out the shows. I love it when you guys come back. And remember, we're live on this channel every Monday at 5 p.m. PST. So come back. Be a part of the family. Okay, because that's really where it can be a ton of fun. Which app do you use for editing? He's actually asking Eddie Garrison. I also use Videorama. Videorama is an amazing tool for the phone. Beanie Draws is saying, yes, I'm an atheist. I went to my niece's baptism and was afraid I'd burst into flames. That's hilarious. Then then you're not an atheist, right? Then you believe in some power that you're violating. But obviously that's not the point of why you're saying that. I see that you have a sense of humor about it, and I appreciate that, because I live fully, passionately for my beliefs and what God has done for me in my life. You guys should have seen the person that I was, very successful, but very just detached in my mind. It's very selfish, focused on only myself, and God changed all that and gave me a family and kids. And so I like to talk about those things. However, on my business channels, I want to talk about business, right? And so I have a separate channel where I can satisfy that desire and that urge to share what I know and what I feel, and talk to people that know what they're getting into, right? David Buffalo is saying, I think Facebook Live is technically technically flawed. It could be. It could be. David Buffalo, do you really need that level of sophistication for streaming? No. Now, I've got a video coming out this week on the bare minimum tools that you need for live streaming. And I think that this video will really shock your mind. I think it's a little bit more than what you thought, but it's not as hard as you probably think. So with live streaming, guys, you need to enter at the lowest barrier to entry. That's it. What is it going to take for you to get a live stream show going? Is it just your phone? Is it your phone and a tripod? Is it your phone and a tripod and a lens? Okay? I mean, you've got to decide for yourself what level you're going to be happy with. Now, I am a build-up kind of guy. So I'm all about, let's just get started with crap, and then we'll move into it. We'll move into something better. Sorry, I'm reading the comments here. You've got to decide on that level for you. Now, some of you might go, well, that's not professional enough for me. I get that. I don't want to argue it. If you were a client, I would push you. I'd say, well, you're going to have to find a minimum viable product, an MVP, that you can start with and then grow from there. But for the most part, I would say, yeah, I get that. Set up a nice background. Go find a good location. Put together a plan first. But live streaming is the next level up from video marketing. Not everybody can do video because they don't have cameras. They don't know how editing works. They don't know how YouTube works. So video puts you in an elite group. Live video takes an even more, requires what you know of a video, but then an extra couple bits of knowledge as well. So when it is more sophisticated, and because of that sophistication, you will be at the head of your industry. You will. How many live streaming dentists are there? So be that. How many live streaming art channels are there? Tim Longwell, So be that. Be the new Bob Ross. Endeavoring Family was the quote by Reid Hoffman. Good guess. Good guess. No, it was our favorite shark, Mark Cuban. And so I'm bummed that you guys didn't get that. But you'll get it next time. I'll keep the trivia coming. We got time for one more question. The Endeavoring Family says, I am a Christian, and that would have made me laugh. Nervously. Yeah, it's like, which Jesus are you going to pitch here today? Very true. The live streams need to be the same way for them. Who said... Eddie Garrison is, I need IKEA to sponsor me. Yeah, because all your stuff's probably IKEA in the background, right? Mike Palace is saying, what kind of coffee is it? I get my coffee from either Starbucks, and yes, I love Starbucks despite their massive corporate identity. I love that I can go into every single Starbucks and get the same experience every time. But I also get it from a place up the street, and a cup of coffee is like $3. It's a little bit fancy. So we like to avoid that. Eat, Trade, Travel saying VidCon next year. Maybe. If you guys go to VidCon next year, I will go just to meet up with some of you guys, okay? Because it's in my backyard. It's only an hour and a half away. It's in my old neighborhood. I like to go. But here's the thing, man. It's just like a teeny bopper event. If you guys want to go to a conference where you're actually going to learn how to grow your channel, you're actually going to get to talk to major YouTubers like Sean Duras, right? Sean McBride, Gary Vaynerchuk, Matt Pat, Chad Wild Clay, then you've got to be at VidSummit. Go to vidsummit.com. I didn't plan on talking about this. VidSummit is the event for channel growth and channel creation. CVX is great. VidCon is great. They're different types of events. You guys get that? The main demographic is really more like the fan. You guys are creators. You guys are business owners. And if you want to learn that stuff, VidSummit's the conference to go to. And I am like the main stage MC for that event. Nick Nimmon's going to be there this year. Brian Johnson's going to be there this year. And they're going as attendees, guys, not even as speakers. They're going to get the knowledge. So I hope you guys will go. Beanie Draws is saying data rates are more important than processor. I only get 0.8 upload, which I hear is bad for streaming. It's so bad, Beanie, I can't even, think about that. Part of me wants to donate to your GoFundMe because I feel like you're underprivileged. That's too bad. I have 30 upload speed here, and I'm burning out my CPU. Animal Facts is saying, I love your shirt. Thanks. I got this shirt. I was at a church in Albuquerque. One of the things my wife and I love to do is when we travel, we go to the biggest churches in the area and kind of like see, what these big churches are like. So we went to a big church in Albuquerque, and there was a girl there wearing a shirt that said "Fear Less." It wasn't this shirt, but I loved it so much, I went and found my own version of it. And now I'm wearing it today with you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. It has been an absolute pleasure being with you here tonight. Tomorrow, we're live on Facebook Wednesday at 9 a.m. I've got a new video coming out on this channel next tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, and even Friday this week. I think we have videos coming out on this channel. Tons of stuff on live video marketing tips and tricks that'll help you to grow your business. Remember, I am Owen Video, your online coach for the marketing and business of video. I stumbled through it. It's going to get better next time. It's going to get better and better every time. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time.